So what I wanted to strategically as well, have you come across the OODA Loop before? OODA. That's something that I think it was like a US Air Force guy come up with for strategic battle plans, but it just means I've got a document. Let me show you this. So there's 4 steps to it, and it kind of goes around in a flow. So it's a bit of a feedback loop. So the first thing is observe what's happening. And that's, see that kind of like collecting raw data. That's like, what distance are we at? Is he coming towards me? What technique did he just land on me? All that kind of stuff. Also internal stuff yourself. Like, am I feeling tired? Ring craft, where are we in the ring? Am I getting cornered? All that kind of awareness stuff. You're feeding all that into the system. Then the next thing is Orient, which just means, what does all that information mean? So the first step is not making any judgment on it. The second step is, with all this information I'm noticing, make a judgment. So, for example, is he aggressive? Is he coming forwards? Is he countering what I'm doing because of what I've noticed is happening? All this kind of stuff. And then based on that information, you then make a decision as to what you're going to do. Am I going to engage? Am I going to back up, make him miss? All this kind of stuff. And then once you've made that decision, it's act. It's just execute it. And then we're back into observe what's happening. What's happened as a result of what I just did? Are there targets presenting themselves? Did that even score or didn't it? Did he mess up what I did and counter it? And it's like, oh, okay, now I'm making a decision based on what happened then. It's just a continuous feedback loop going over and over and over. And it's something that makes you really adaptable in the fight if you've got this kind of attitude. And the bit that I felt was lacking was the observe bit. It was basically both of you kind of like rams butting heads, like go, go, go. We're both aggressive style. And there wasn't so much observation in there, but it was just that creating that window of watching what's happened. What was the success of what I just did, and starting to develop that habit. And has that had an effect on him? Either in terms of, yeah, I won that score, but I kind of like fighters to sort of think of it. I mean, it's a bit different when it's not a traditional Muay Thai fight. It's not how it's being judged. But those little pauses, in terms of you also, we're thinking that work to rest ratio. So it's like, I expect to explode, do my work, get a good score, create that little momentary pause where I'll get the habit of observing, I'm getting the habit of recovering, but it's also strategically, if I think about that exchange we just had, I am trying to win the exchange. I'm trying to do a bit more work, have the last farewell kick, last answer on the exchange or whatever, so that I did a bit more than him, or his work was all a bit scrappy and I did a shot that was like bang, and it rocked him and made him take a step. For each time you pause, it's almost like I want that pause to happen after I finish the exchange up and my poker hand won. And it's almost like the judges go, oh yeah, he had that one. Oh yeah, he had that one. When there's those little breaks, it's almost like you take a break and you punctuate when you were kind of like, I had the last word. and that as a habit, particularly in Muay Thai, especially when it's scored traditionally, really helps the judges just go, yep, that he's ahead. He's still ahead in this race. He's still, that exchange, it leveled up a little bit, but he's still kind of 2 or 3 exchanges up, if you see what I mean. But when it's all kind of blurred together, it gets really difficult for the judges to say, oh, who's actually up on this one? So strategically, as well as getting rest intervals that allow your energy systems to recharge and explode again with some proper power, rather than just feeling like, lactic, it's just starting to slow down. You can strategically use it to actually punctuate with, I won that. See, everybody? and now I'm making him have to come at me, or I'm choosing when to go back in again.
Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share with someone else it could help too. Please give the podcast a review or comment below. We'd love to hear from you. As always, you can visit heatrick.com for more Muay Thai performance podcasts, videos, articles, and guides. Catch you next time.